Yo, it's 6:52 p.m. I went to sleep like 4 hours ago or something. Woke up. I was really tired, exhausted, so I went to sleep. Woke up. Felt like I slept all night, but I didn't. I got up. I didn't realize. It felt like I was like asleep all night. I get up and it's dark, and I look out my window, and there's a bunch of cars out there, and there's a whitey out there. Right when I walked up to the window, a whitey drove out, and a bunch of sync cars out there, and then I would turn on my lights and stuff, and then I sat down. And then my neighbors started tapping right when I sat down through the walls, and they're just like, I just kept hearing that. And then my other neighbor started talking, seeing through the walls on his phone again. So he's still talking. The tapping stopped though, so now we wait for the next thing. So yep, just is what it is. Just want to come on and say it is. It is. I glanced at my phone the timer on the phone, on the video, and it said 2:23. And I glanced at it, and then I heard this engine sound outside. I think he was thinking. I think he was. Most likely was. I think I hear him again. I think he synced again. So I don't think anything else happened after I got up. I don't think anything else happened other than those things. So if I go outside right now, it's gonna be stalkered the fuck up. There's gonna be stalkers driving all around me and making sounds and walking around me. Oh yeah, and then when I went outside, I forgot to mention this on the last video. When I went outside, like after I got home, like before the last video, like I went outside to go to the grocery store, and like right as I came outside, and I was like standing outside my apartment at first, and then like right when I start to walk away from it, there's people like yelling. They're like woo or whatever they're doing. They're like yelling synced, and they were just like talking really loud after that. And then they were like, they got in a car and they drove up synced and shit. Like as I was walking up to the first street, they were like meeting me at it in a car or shit. So I just want to keep the camera rolling and see what happens. Maybe see if I can catch a siren or something. Not that I'm hoping there's a siren, I'm hoping that there's nothing happening, but probably something's gonna happen, so. I hear my neighbor. I hear my neighbor talking through the wall still. I don't know if he's still synchronizing doing it, but he started doing it synced, so he's still talking. But I don't know if he's still syncing it up or if he just started doing it synced and then he just keeps talking. Or if he's syncing it up multiple times or what. I don't know. Sometimes he is syncing it up multiple times though. My refrigerator just turned off right now as I'm opening this water bottle. So, I hear him talk. Like I heard him talking, like as I was taking a drink, and then I hear him talking again as I sit down. I think he is synced talking multiple times. He just gets louder, synced up. And now I hear engine sounds outside that are like quiet engine sounds that sound synced up. Pretty sure they're synced up. So, just a bunch of weird shit out here synced up. Or maybe not synced up, but I think it's synced up because everything else is synced up. But it probably is synced up. Because usually when I think it's synced up, it is synced up. I'm usually right. Maybe I'm always right, I don't know, but I'm usually right. I'm like, I think that was synced up, and then like I'll see someone and I'll be like, I think they were synced up, and then I'll see them later and they'll be synced up, and then I'll see them every time I see them after that, they're synced up, and I'm like, yup, I was right, they were synced up. So usually I'm right about it. And usually when I hear an engine sound, it's synced up, so there's other engine sounds that I hear throughout the day that I'm like, was it synced up? Because usually when I hear it, it is synced up, so was it again? I heard my neighbor coughing. I think it was synced up. It was like right when I was laughing. I think it was synced up with it. My other neighbor. So, the AC thing outside my apartment is turning on and off synced up right now. I think it just started, like it just turned on a minute, like it was off completely. And then it just turned back on a minute ago, synced up, and then it's turning on and off synced up. Sometimes it'll be off for a long time, and then it'll turn back on synced up, and then it'll be turning on and off synced up constantly. Or sometimes it's on for a long time too. Sometimes it stays on for a long time. But then it's synced up again. So, I see a bunch of cars outside. They're synced up. I see lights flashing in the parking lot and the door closing, synced up. I see another car driving out at the same time, synced up. I see another car synced up with that car when it gets to the other side. I see another car coming out after that car that looks almost synced up with it. I see another white truck coming out right after that car that looks almost synced up with it. Probably synced. I see two cars coming out at the exact same time as the whitey going around the corner, synced. And then they're meeting each other at the intersection, synced. After doing that, synced. And then there's a pause in the cars, but then if I keep looking, they're gonna be synced again in 5 seconds. They're probably, this car's about to drive up. If I would have kept looking, they were almost there and they were about to sync. And they probably synced, but I didn't see it because I closed the blinds. And then they're like, "Oh, you didn't see the sync. I gotta go drive by his apartment and honk so I can get his attention, because I'm an attention whore." And then they'll go drive right by his apartment building and be like, "Honk honk, sync sync." My neighbor's coughing through the walls again. So 12 minutes, 13 minutes, lots happened in 13 minutes. I mean, not a whole lot's happened, but still a lot's happened in 13 minutes. That shouldn't be happening. Like, it might be chill, but it's still stalkered up, and it's stalked hard as fuck, and it's fucking dumb, and fuck you. But I'm good though. I'm good. It's just me and Goku. We're chilling. Me and Goku and Deadpool. We're chilling in here. I hear my neighbor coughing again. I hear engine sounds as I walk through the doorway. Sound sync. The medium rare engine sounds again. The quiet engine sounds. the medium volume engine sounds. So I don't know when the loud engine sounds are going to be here, and they're going to be making the loud, obnoxious engine sounds, driving the motorcycle by my apartment or whatever. I don't know when they're going to get here, but it's probably going to be sometime soon. I don't know. Maybe not tonight. I don't know. Just never know. Maybe it'll be at 3 in the morning, too. Like, sometimes it's at 3 a.m. or like 2 a.m. or whatever. ass motorcycle outside, right outside my apartment, waking up all my neighbors, and then they get up and they're mad because I exist. Because there's motorcycles driving around me because I exist, but it's not my fault though. I didn't do it. Then my neighbors, maybe they're mad at me because I exist, and then they cough out of spite, and then I don't know. I don't know if my neighbors hate me or if they're forced to stalk or what. They probably get annoyed. They probably get annoyed. That's what I'm saying. No, they probably get annoyed that there's a motorcycle at 3 a.m. or a siren at 3 a.m. or a plane at 3 a.m. or whatever, or the whatever. People yelling outside or whatever. Just drive a loud ass motorcycle by and it'll shake the walls and wake up all my neighbors. And then they'll get up and they'll be like, and then they'll walk by in the hallway synced 100 times over and over, back and forth. And then, I see a whitey and a bunch of sink heads and another whitey synced with the whitey. And then nothing when the two whiteys go around the corner. Except, I think maybe engine sounds. And then there's these two cars driving out simultaneous as the door slams in the hallway. And then there's a car synced with the car, and then there's other cars synced with the cars that are synced with each other. A lot of them. So, that's what's happening. Again, still, always, 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 always. Except late at night, Sunday mornings, and it's still happening those times, but less. So, generally speaking, late at night, Sunday mornings, it's usually less stalkered up. And like Christmas morning and like Thanksgiving morning and like whatever. What's another one? Certain holidays like that. It's like less stalkered up, but if I go outside, it's still gonna be stalkered up. There's still gonna be whiteys synced up and shit. And then after people open Christmas gifts, it's gonna be more stalkered up. After people get out of church on Sunday morning, it's gonna be more stalkered up. It's constantly stalkered up. It's just constant stalkered up. And then if it's not people stalkered up, it's my refrigerator stalkered up. If it's not that, it's a frequency in my ear. If it's not that, it's a fly stalkered up. If it's not that, it's a bird stalkered up. Or whatever, it's stalkered up. If it's not that, it's my phone trolling me, glitching out, stalkered up. If it's not that, it's an advertisement popping up, stalkered up. Whatever. It's stalkered up. Stalkered up. At work, stalkered up. At home, at home, stalkered up. At the grocery store, stalkered up. If I go to the bathroom, it's stalkered up. If I take a drink of water, I might be stalkered up with it. If I eat, it's stalkered up. If I take a shit, it's stalkered up. If my neighbor was coughing, stalkered up a minute ago. Again. If I lay down and go to sleep, it's stalkered up. If I get up out of bed, it's stalkered up. 99% of the time, stalkered up. At like any of those points, stalkered up. And then if it's not, then it's gonna be in a minute. What was I saying though? Oh yeah, like if I go to a restroom, usually like a public restroom, they'll like have someone follow me in there, or they'll be coming in like as I'm going out, or they'll be making sounds through the door sinks. Like as I start to take a piss, I'll hear a sound through the door, or someone will be walking in with a red shirt. Or whatever. 99% of the time, usually, not always, but usually. Then like when I worked at like Domino's, or like any place that I work at really, like usually if I go into the restroom, they'll be like my coworkers will be like making sounds through the door. So like as I sit down on the toilet, or like as I pull my pants down, or like as I take a shit, or like as I wipe, or like as I whatever. Like as I do a thing, they're stalking up with it, making loud banging sounds through the door, or just like coming up to the door and like jiggling the doorknob and being like, "Oh shit!" Like, like acting like they gotta take a shit, you know. Just like walk up to the door and they're like, "Oh fuck," and they do it synced. They jiggle the door handle synced. So, it's just no privacy, is what I'm saying. It's just no, and it's just like anytime you're like sitting down to relax, or like whatever, they gotta stalk her up. But they can never just let you fully, you know, sometimes they'll just let you relax. Sometimes they'll just be quiet and shut the fuck up for a minute and whatever. Like sometimes, but I'm talking like generally speaking, they just can't let you relax. They just can't let you like sit and relax. And like I don't know, maybe if I didn't make this video right now, they would just be quiet right now. Probably not. They'd probably be doing more shit if I wasn't recording right now to like get my attention, because they're fucking attention whores. But like sometimes I hear this engine sound outside. But like sometimes it will be quiet, you know, and they will let you relax, whatever, for a little bit. But like most of the time, it's like nonstop, and it's just like it's like they don't want you to meditate. They don't want you to tap in, like DB said on that one video. They don't want you to tap in. They don't want you in a flow state. They don't want you relaxed. They want you constantly in like fight and flight mode. They want you constantly like agitated and annoyed and like depressed and whatever. They want you constantly like your heart rate up and your breathing fast and whatever. They want you constantly like in that type of state, and like constantly like unable to relax or like decompress or anything, and like make you like exhausted, like wear you out and shit. So it's just most of the time like that, especially during the daytime. It's like always like that. Like, and if I'm like at work, it's like always like that. Like they're just constantly doing things to like wear me out and poke at me and annoy me and shit. So yeah, just saying that again. That it's stalkered up. It's a lot of things to say. It's probably a lot of things that I'm forgetting to say again. There's probably a lot of things that I haven't said. There's definitely things I haven't said that I could say too, but so it's stalkered up as fuck. I hear these engine sounds outside. I think they're stalkered up, but I'm gonna get off of here. Stay tuned. I might be back on soon to talk about more stalkered up things because it'll always stalkered up. There might be a crazy siren soon in a minute. There might be some crazy MK Ultra thing happening. It might be a more subtle MK Ultra thing, but it's gonna be MK Ultra up, stalkered up, COINTELPRO'd up, stalkered up. Sing sing.